I'm live. Do you need something? Maria Jackson, hey honey. Welcome. Welcome, y'all. Welcome. I'm gonna wait till some people come in and then we're gonna get started. Shawanda, hey honey, welcome. Welcome. Welcome everybody coming in. So y'all, I ain't gonna be on here long. But I'm gonna go ahead, I guess, and get straight to it. So y'all see the title of this. Are you prepared for this? If not, start preparing now. And I'm talking about worker shortages and stuff like that, but in a different way. So we know that things are happening where they trying to get things, what's the word? They're trying to make things mandatory for you to get, if y'all get what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this right here. So I was thinking, if that's the case, and people are willing to leave their jobs, let their jobs go because they don't want to get it, then what is going to happen with like the companies and stuff, your grocery stores, doctors, different things like nurses? If there's no workers, then, or not enough workers, not even saying no workers, if there's not enough workers, then production for a lot of stuff is going to be low. Okay. And every day you see new mandates coming out. To each his own. Who, I'm not here to talk about if you should or if you shouldn't. I'm just saying what's going on, what we see now. People are willing to let their jobs go because they don't want to do it. And if that's the case, then you may not have enough people to work in grocery stores. You may not have enough nurses and things like that. So instead of looking at, what's going on, well, you still have to look at what's going on now, but in the way of there's food shortages now because there's not enough people in the warehouses. There's things happening with the weather and stuff that's causing things to not be produced like they would be and all that. But I feel like some people is not paying attention to the fact that if people are willing to let their jobs go, then you won't have nobody to work. You don't have nobody to work, businesses shuts down. So that's why I said this is not to cause a panic or anything like that, because I get people in the comments saying, "Oh, you call it panic." It's called being realistic and paying attention to what's going on. Is there things that you buy daily or weekly that you can get you a couple cans of beans or something and put back, or get you one or two buckets or containers? It ain't got to be buckets, containers or something to grow food in. Find you something online to order you just 3 packs of seeds. There's places where, if I'm not mistaken, I think Baker Creek seeds, if I'm not mistaken, you don't pay for shipping, I don't think. But you got other seed companies and stuff like that. And not only that, you can go to the grocery store and get things that's like vegetables from the produce section, and you can get seeds right from those things. And people is just not, because I feel like people don't want to see it, so they choosing not to see it, and then they want to say you're causing a panic and stuff. But I mean, it's common sense. If nobody wants to get it, and businesses and stuff say, hey, well, you can't work here, or whatever the case may be, if you don't, and people are literally saying they're willing to leave their jobs of so many years because they don't want it, then let's be real here. Where are you gonna get your products from if you're not already stocking things up? Now there's different ways you can stock up things. I have had to reevaluate the way I want to prep. And I told y'all I don't do the canning no more. Nothing wrong with that. If you got the time and you can take the ingredients and different things like that, do it. But I had somebody comment, well actually they sent me an email saying that, instead of buying canned foods, I should can. Let me tell you something. Nothing is wrong with canning. But I will say this, in the event of an emergency, and this is going on the lines of if we have to leave, I'd rather take vacuum sealed packages in a bag and canned goods in a bag than to take canned jars with me. Because with jars, you run the risk of them breaking. You drop everything, you can lose all your food. If you drop a can, it has the potential to leak or something, but 9 times out of 10, it dents. Okay. So for that person that sent me that email, you really just gotta really pay attention, whichever way you do it. But if you're talking about leaving, like for a disaster or something like that, then I'm going vacuum seal food all the way and canned goods all the way. Even if I did can, if I did canning, I wouldn't take jars with me because they are so hard to keep from damaging to the point where you lose your food. So I wanted to let that person know, everybody do it different. If that works for you, then do it. But for me, I am choosing to do all meats and cans. And you have situations. This is another message that I got about, well, y'all know what's going on. I just found out about the volcano yesterday. I didn't know. Last night. And it was on Lead Former 73 Live is when I heard about that. So my thing is, we can prep our house and some come and take it away. Don't never think what you read. That's why I have said it so many times, and other preppers have said it so many times. Have different ways, have a way where we already seen with the pandemic, it was to the point where we had to pretty much bug in. You was on lockdown, so you needed to be in. But if you have to leave in a situation, you need to be prepared to some extent with that too. You just can't do one or the other. Need to do both. But you got to do what works best for you. And like I say, all my canned goods, like my meats will be canned, like not canned at home, like actually bought, like the chicken breast. It works for me. It digests with me. Somebody, oh yeah, and I had another message. Somebody said that all these vegetables and stuff is cheaper. Yes, they are. They are. They are in some cases, 47 cents cans in some cases. But it don't work for me because the brand is something about every brand processes differently. And a lot of all these stuff I had learned don't digest with me, far as having GERD and stuff like that. So I am prepping what I know won't make me sick. I'm not prepping what I know I would have an issue with, because why would I do that? Like in an emergency situation, you gotta eat. I don't want to eat something that's gonna make me sick, So that was another thing. So my thing is, are you prepared? If you're not, it's not too late to go to Walmart and get you every vegetable. If you eat the vegetable, every vegetable that say 33 cents a can, great value all day, every day. It's not hard, because you got to think about, are you a smoker? Are you a drinker? Do you play the lotto? What else? What else that people do? Different things like that. Are those things actually important enough that you can't take a few dollars? You can't extend that pack of cigarettes so you don't have to buy another pack and go and get you some, some light bread, some vegetables or something like that. Can you not play the lottery today and take those few dollars and go get you some? This is for the people that say, I can't do it. There's a will, there's a way. It don't take It don't take a whole lot. You just got to be willing to do it. You got to strategize. Get you a pencil and piece of paper. Write out your financial situation, and I guarantee you will see where you can take something out to put something that's more important in. You know what I'm saying? So I was thinking about that today. It seems like in some areas y'all say that your area is fully stocked, or you getting more shipments and stuff like that. But if you're watching the news, more mandates is rolling out, and if people don't want to follow, the rules that's being put in place, and they leave their jobs, then businesses can't function. So now you may be right back in an even worse situation with not having, products. That goes for medicines. We talk about food, but I have done some prepping hauls over the past couple months where the famotidine that we take, the Modicum for my kids, Advil, Tylenol, you need to stock up on those things too. Okay. So it's a whole lot. Last year, y'all saw the issues with toiletries. That's why I be trying to do, I done start back doing those Dollar General couponing hauls for y'all, because, and the Walgreens. Well, I've been trying to do couponing hauls for y'all the best that I can, due to the situation with the couponing in my area is just not the same. And I still been trying to do digital deals for y'all, because these are deals that everybody can do, because it's digital. Everybody that have the app can clip the coupons. And a lot of those things you can take, if you take $1 or $2 off each item, that's $1 or $2 that you could take $1. If you take $1 off some laundry soap, you can take that same dollar and get you 2 cans of beans. You have to, it becomes a game, you have to strategize and see where you can do, and you will be amazed on what you can do just by writing it down, strategizing. I didn't say stress about it. Don't panic about it. That ain't gonna help nothing. Just strategize about what can you do. Let me get to some of these comments, because y'all have been comment, but I really wanted to get that across, especially due to some of the messages and emails I done received. And like I say, y'all, I see y'all emails, I see y'all messages, but this channel is growing. I'm thankful for that. But with that, it's a lot of comments, and I'm putting content out, and I'm getting comments, which keep doing it. I'm getting comments, for everything I put out. And so let me see, on my channel, I have, especially because y'all going back to old videos years ago and commenting, and those are being put at the top of my list, because when it cycled through, there's the newest comment, even though it's on an older video. And I'm gonna tell y'all how I'm bombarded with comments. And I try to do lives. I did a couple lives that was Q&As. Everybody have questions, seem like, for me in the comments, and I can't respond to everybody's questions. But when I do the Q&A, nobody asks me anything. Nobody asks me nothing. And I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna tell y'all what I mean when I tell you I cannot respond. You gotta look at, I'm trying to pull up my thing now. You gotta look at, I have 1,250 videos on this channel. Okay, and that don't count the ones that I have gotten rid of. I have 1,250 videos on this channel. And some of y'all is commenting, especially everybody that's new, you're commenting from older, which is fine. I'm just telling you how many comments I'm receiving in a day on new, old. And sometimes I have to go back, and somebody asks me a question about shake video, the Total Lean shake video that I was doing a couple years back. That is getting a lot of comments, a lot of emails. It's a lot of comments, y'all. So sometimes I'm able to, if I'm not doing something, I'm like, oh, I can come in to do some real quick. And sometimes I just cannot. I cannot do content, and then sit and do all the comments like that. So it's better for me to verbally answer your question. So I do Q&As, but I cannot set a time. I cannot put myself on a time frame because honestly, I don't know what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna feel, and then I have to cancel the live or something like that. I cannot do that. So I do Q&As probably twice a week. If it's God's will, I do it twice a week. And that way, if you see a Q&A and you didn't have a question, you probably done left a question in the comment and I just haven't responded. Because some YouTubers have other people that they have, like they'll have a camera person, they have people that responds to comments. You think it's that person. Sometimes it's their friend that is helping them with their thing that's responding to your comments. It's not like that with me. I if I respond, I want to be the one to respond back, but it's overwhelming. Okay. So like I say, 1,250 videos. That's a lot of comments, y'all. A lot, and I'm thankful, but I don't want nobody to feel like that I'm ignoring you. So that's not the case. So back to the topic. Stock up, y'all. Whichever way, if you don't want to garden, I understand. Some people say they don't want to garden at all. That is fine. But so let me go back to the way I'm doing it. All my meats I'm buying in the can in water. My go-to is the chicken breast in water. And I'm experimenting with different recipes to make sure if I eat it, okay, that didn't bother me. So the chicken breast in water, I can do chicken salad, different things like that with it. The salmon, I already told y'all in that organization video that I did that the salmon gave me indigestion. Somebody did come in and told me the tuna in the can and stuff give them indigestion too. So I know it's just not me. So it's got to be how it's packed and how it's processed. So let's see. The chicken breast so far is what I will be using, stocking up the most on. Now, when it comes to that, I want to get my vegetables, my produce. Thank you, but I didn't need that. I want to get my produce from my garden. That way I don't use, because just say an event of an emergency and we got to leave. I'm not going to be able to take my garden with me, but I can take my canned goods with me. You know, and I don't have to worry about nothing breaking. Maybe something, if it fall at a dent or something like that, but I can stock canned goods on top of each other, you know, and be good. I can take that with me. I can take vacuum seal stuff with me, but I can't take my buckets with me in the event of an emergency for food. So I'm putting my household on a schedule. When we eat vegetables, we pull it out the deep freezer from the garden. Stuff that's been processed, been cleaned and frozen and put in there. That's where our produce gonna come from. This stuff that I'm hauling, that's gonna stay there. That's gonna stay there for an emergency, whether we have to be here for a long time inside, like something happening, you have to bug out inside my home, then I know my canned goods. It may be where you have to bug out inside your home and something come and tear the whole garden up, you know. I got my canned goods. Ain't no need for me to continue to eat from because that's what's been happening. And I've been doing it for this reason. I've been hauling stuff, but I've been eating from the prepper's pantry. The reason why is I needed to make sure that the food that I have in that pantry is not going to give me a flare up. I have tried almost everything. The only thing that I have problems with right now is the salmon. And I'm going to try the mackerel and see if they better. But the salmon, I'm going to try them one more time, but they gave me some bad indigestion. It was heartburn all up in it. It gave me some bad indigestion. And so that's my thing. Keep that for that. Eat from the vegetables and produce, from the garden, from the indoor garden, from the outdoor garden. In my house, it's very simple. You know, a lot of people eat the lasagna and all that stuff. And at first I felt bad because I knew me and the kids couldn't eat it and we'll be fine with that. But hubby, he eats whatever he wants. And I had to tell myself no, because eating a lot of lasagna and stuff like that, if I were to cook it, it's not healthy. So if he buy it, he'll buy it as a TV dinner or something like that, which he haven't even been doing that lately. So I had to tell myself, don't feel bad because you're not making that type of meal, you know. you make what you make it. You and the kids have to eat a certain way, and he eats whatever I make, which in turn kind of overdo what he eat on the side that he want to eat, but because he has a taste for it. So with that being said, it's a lot easier to just do it that way. So now I'm telling myself, what I put over there, it don't get touched. Like maybe here and there you may get a can of sweet peas or something like that for something quick, but not the way that I've been doing. And like I said, the only reason why I've been doing it is because I want to make sure that food wasn't going to bother me. So now it's whatever's in deep freezer meat wise, because I know I have to do my fish fresh. So frozen or fresh, as long as it ain't been touched. If it's frozen, if I buy it frozen, it's fine, as long as it's not pre-seasoned or nothing like that. In my house, it's rice, it's a meat. We don't eat beef and pork. Hubby do, but me and the kids, no beef and pork. So it's either chicken, whether it's baked, boiled, or the canned chicken. We can do that as long as it's in water. Rice, mashed potatoes. So our typical meal may be boiled chicken, rice. I can do canned green beans. I can do canned greens, like the Great Value ones and stuff. They haven't been bothering us. I can do canned yams and stuff like that. So I know those are meals. So if I leave that alone, we'll go back to the rice, the boiled chicken, and some beans. I have beans from the garden from this year and last year. So some beans out the freezer, saute them up. That's dinner for us. The next day, it may be boiled chicken left over because when I cook meat, I try to cook enough of it to last 2 or 3 days and just throw different sizes to it. So the next day, we may have not macaroni. Well, now we can have the little cup macaronis because we've been eating those and they digest for me very well. So maybe the cup macaroni with some vegetables and a meat. That's how we eat. I cannot eat the way I used to with all the pig feet and stuff. I can't eat the 4-layer lasagna. And you know what? I'm kind of thankful for that, because if I had it my way, I would probably still be eating it and probably would be very sick, blood pressure or something. So the fact that I have to eat that way, that's what we eat. That's what we eat. It's very simple to feed my household with having a vegetable, a meat, whether it's fish or chicken or turkey, fish, chicken, or turkey. And our starches is rice or mashed potatoes. Or if we take potatoes and cut them up and make I can't even really do like fried mashed potato, even though if I do it in olive oil, it's something about fried things. It's something about things with gravy. It gives me indigestion. So it's very simple over here. Not a lot of the extra. Sandwiches would be something else that we may eat, and I have to get the sandwich meat from Publix, the boar's head, because it's gluten-free, no preservatives. So when we do sandwiches, we do the boar's head meat from Publix. And so in the case of an emergency, I can open up a can of, just say emergency, and I don't want to fire up our generator for no refrigerator or nothing like that. And just say we're not using refrigerators or nothing like that. I'm not using the generator for it. And we just have to stay inside and use the grills. I have done videos years ago where I made spaghetti on the grill. That's your stove, okay? That's your stove. So it will be maybe some canned chicken, some rice, and some canned vegetables. And that's why I'm trying to get it to where if I have to stay inside, that's the way we will eat. And if the garden is up, I'll leave the canned vegetables and pull the produce from the garden. Okay. So that's just a couple things that I've been thinking about and how I'm going to actually do it. I have everything set aside to, hey, I'm not touching that. This is for this. Everyday eating is going to be produce from out there, produce from in there, whether it's indoor, outdoor, whatever. Rice, mashed potatoes, and a meat. And honestly, y'all, that's pretty much all your body needs. All this extra stuff, a lot of dairy and sugar and stuff. Your body really don't need it, but it's so good to us that we have to have it. We feel like we have to have it, but our bodies are very simple. We make it complicated. It don't need a lot. It don't need a lot of food. It need more water than it do food. It needs food, but it needs the right kind of food, and it's not meant to digest whole plates of food. I had to learn this myself. It's not meant to digest, strain on the body when we overeat. So getting canned stuff, prepping, stacking up in the case of an emergency, you're not supposed to be overeating anyway. So your stuff will even last. So I would say start now with your portions. Start now, get in that routine. Prepping is a lifestyle change. Once you start, no matter how old or young it is, prepping is a lifestyle change. This is a way of living, okay? And you need to do it in different ways. Yeah. So let's see. Tom B. Hi, there is evidence of food shortages already. Yes. Lisa Washington, hey. Sheila Wheeler, hey, honey. 2%, hey, 2%. Maria Jackson say, I've been hearing a lot of that. Many people are willing to retire early. Yeah. And I feel like a lot of us is thinking about, the food shortages and things that's going on right now, but not thinking about what's causing it, what's going to make it even worse. If people wants to retire and quit their jobs because they're not going to do it, then there's not going to be nobody there to work. I feel like it's going to be almost every household for itself. You're going to have to do what you can do, Cassie Scott said, hey, y'all, what's going on? Nothing much, Cassie, talking about being prepared, honey. Tom B said, massive holes in gas prices too will have a knock-on effort for food. So you're so right, Tom B. You're so right. Maria Jackson said, hey. CO2 shortages. Yeah. I'm getting a rocket stove. You been watching Lead Farmer, or you just deciding it yourself? I'm messing with you. I know Lead been doing the rocket stove, having the rocket stove. I'm using my grill. I've always used the grill. Like when we would have like storms and stuff up here, I literally would take a pot or a pan and put it on that grill. Okay. Put it on the grill. So that's what I'll be using. So go ahead and get you one. I ain't mad at you. Do what you got to do. Do what's best for you. I get out of my zone a little bit, but I'm kind of like, I'm kind of old school. I try new things, but I end up going right back to my, I guess, upbringing, I guess. And we just use the grill sometimes, put a pot on it and cook something, because where I'm from in Mississippi, we're prone to tornadoes. So that was another reason why you learn different ways and just a grill. And you know what? Get the rocket stove by all means. But if somebody can't afford a rocket stove and you want to add something to your thing, your preps for if you have to cook outside at your house. I told you I love watching other countries and stuff, especially cooking. Like I love watching my African shows on YouTube, y'all. I had did a pit where you put the bricks around it. We did what was it, bricks we used when we put the big pot of stuff? We did a junk in the pot. And if y'all don't know what it is, a junk in the pot back home is where we would take pig feet, ham hocks, neck bones, pigtails, and all. And you put stuff in because pigtails cook quicker than everything, so it will go in last. But you put all that in a big pot, and you add some iced potatoes and some corn, and you add some sausages to it. We had this place called Wilson Meat House. It was a smokehouse. And that was your real sausage. And we take it, cut it up, and put it all in the pot. We call it a junk in the pot. I've done the junk in the pot. I think I did the healthier version of junk in the pot here on the channel. a couple years back. But the unhealthy version, the version that I know, was all the pig feet, the ham hocks, pigtails, neck bones, all that went into a pot with corn, sausage, iced potatoes. Oh, it was so good. So a couple years back, we got some bricks, and we put it in the backyard, and we built a fire, okay? And we built a pit, and we put a big stock pot with that in it, and it cooked like crazy. So that's something I can do. Now a lot of things is, yeah, I'm very tomboyish, always have been. So I make sure that there's things I can do, that these things I can do, and freshen my memory to do it. So if it's years past, I still know how to do it. If you don't want to do that, go to Family Dollar or Dollar General, and they got this stuff is in some areas is on sale. So this would be the good time to do it. Go to Dollar General. Y'all know them little grills. Some of them be black with the black top, the red top. Get you a grill. Put it up, $20. They may be cheaper now, but I know some of them is $20. Get you a $20 grill, put it in your room, put it under the bed, put it behind the door or something, leave it in the box. You know how to start it up. That can be your stove. Put a pot on it. Outside. Don't do it inside. Do it outside. Another thing that you can do, pits are already made if you know how to get you a grate and put on top of it and put wood in it. Those burn pits, we love burn pits. I think Hubby was looking at one yesterday when we was at Walmart, because we get burn pits and we literally use them till we can't. We done had so many burn pits over the years because he loves them. Right now, I'm looking out here. The last ones we had, we actually did 2 burn barrels. We had found them cheap. Somebody was selling the metal ones. Well, I think they all metal, but they have burnt out because we have, being outside in the rain, they rust, they break down over time. But you could take one of those pits. I know Family Dollar have those pits, and you can fix them all up with wood and stuff. And you can go to Family Dollar may have some, but I know Walmart have them for like $10. The crates that go over, you can take that and place it over that. You can turn that into a outdoor stove. It's so many different ways and things that you can do. And I know a lot of people probably know what I'm already saying, but there's a lot of people that don't know. There's a lot of people that don't know. There's a whole lot of things that you can do that will make you be able to, if it's a situation where you have to be at home, if there's no workers in the stores, or there's limited work, okay. If there's limited workers in the stores, these companies not gonna order a whole lot of products and run the risk of it going bad or something because they don't have workers to cook it. They don't have workers to, you got to look at your fast food and stuff. We don't know. That may become mandatory to get if you working with food. We just don't know because everything is happening so far. So you have to think about those things. If it become mandatory for a lot more, which they trying to, if they become mandatory and workers are literally leaving their jobs, just if it's a restaurant and it become mandatory for that restaurant and they ain't got enough cooks there, you think that restaurant finna order all this food that he normally would order? No, he gonna take a loss. Ain't nobody there to cook it. Ain't nobody there to serve it. And that goes for everything across the board. Everything. Companies will shut down. Now, like I say, it's not the panic, but we just don't know from one thing. So it's always nice. You don't have to have a huge stock or whatever the case may be. Just have a way to cook or get food if you have to, especially if you got kids. If you don't know how to fish, I think you need to learn how to fish, okay? If y'all been with me for a while, I already told y'all I'm a fisher. I'm a fisher from a child. All my little stuff. The only reason why we haven't been fishing lately is because of the pandemic. And being up here is not back home where I can go in the woods and we can go to the little creek or whatever and catch some catfish or something. Like, I know like how we grew up, and we go to the pier up here. It's saltwater fishing up here. So there are some areas where it's not really fresh water up here. It's brackish water is what they call it. that you can, do that type of fishing and stuff. But if you don't know how, it's very easy. If I have to do a tutorial for you, I will. I don't even do it the way hubby do it. I do it the way I was taught growing up. So I have my own rods. I have my own tackle box. I use my own different type of bait. Way different from him. So that's how much I love fishing. Like every pier we could go to over the years. When I told y'all, when he was active duty, we lived on base. When he was at work, because where I lived at on base was right close by. It wasn't the marina. It was. I ain't gonna say that. It was a bottle of water. Okay. A boat dock. We'll put it like that. And he would be at work and he called me, hey, I'm crabbing. You what? Yeah. Kids, right? Because it was cooler because the water was coming off. So I leave the kids in the car because the car right here, I'm right here beside it. That's you pull it all the way up because it was like a boat dock, but it has like a pier and stuff like that. And I would sit right there and crab almost all day by myself with the kids. They had they tablets, they snacks, the cool water coming. They wasn't hot, nothing like that. And I sat there and crabbed by myself, crabbed and fish. That was free seafood, blue crab. So those are things, if you don't know how to do it, I would suggest you learn, okay? Even when we did saltwater fishing up here, for some reason, I always catch hammerhead sharks. Baby hammerhead sharks. I always catch them up here. Of course, they catch and let go, so I have to let them go. But, we found another spot where I know right now where I can go and get some speckled trout. Is it speckled trout? Yeah. Is it speckled trout? Yeah. I know how to fillet fish. I was taught that as a child. The last time I filleted fish, we didn't go fishing last year, so it was 2019. It don't take me nothing to fillet and gut him and get him, take his head off and get him right on ready for the pot or the grill or whatever you want. Those are things you need to learn how to do, and it's very easy. It's very, very easy, So keep that in mind, y'all. Keep that in mind. And if you don't know, there are so many ways that you can learn, but it's easy. Don't make it hard, harder than what it have to be when you want to know these things, but before you put in a situation. You want to learn them, get them down pat, and it don't have to be done stressful. With fishing and stuff, you can go fishing 2 or 3 times and know what you need to know about fishing. You really can. It don't take a lot, okay? So, let's see. Right. Cassie Scott, hey honey, welcome. Maria Jackson. Yeah, I need to catch up. I'm so behind. Cassie Scott said, I can't believe Mississippi Girl is only 2 minutes in. I'm doing good. Welcome, honey. You here early this time. Let's see. Y'all, if I missed y'all comments coming in, I am so sorry because I am so behind. So I'm trying to catch up. Yeah, it's amazing what the other countries can do with some hot rocks. It's beautiful. Yes. I'm telling y'all, look, I be looking. I'm telling you, if I can find me, no, I can't eat it. I can't eat it. I won't be able to eat it. But let me tell y'all, I be watching them, that jollof rice, the egusi soup. I think it's something called pepe. That stuff be looking good. The okra stew, but I see how they cook it, and I know I can't digest it. I know I won't be able to digest it, but man, yeah, I know all they dishes, cause I be wanting it. They be doing it. And the yam, the pounded yam. Oh, man, I'm telling you. And the way they be putting it and doing it like this, and get the I guess it's a goosey soup or okra stew, whatever they. And it just like it just melts in your mouth. It's just like, oh, it looks so good, y'all. I wish I could. I wish I could. I wish I could. I'm sure they can probably make it without all the seasonings too, but it looks so good. Hey, love notes. See, I use lava rocks in the grills to make fire and cook on. Got you. I just use charcoals and fire sticks, but I ain't gotta use fire sticks. You could take a lighter and light some paper and throw it on the grill if it's got lighter fluid or the starter charcoals or something like that. Different ways, y'all. Different ways. So get it, love notes. Get it, honey. Let's see. Thank you so much, Lavender for Luck. Hey, Lavender for Luck. I read your thing. I'm like, I see you was in here, but I wasn't, it wasn't registering. The Knox. Hey, the Knox. Dr. Terry Hadley. Hey, honey. Yeah, show them how to fish. I will. I'll probably do a fishing video. Because like I say, it's so different from it's just so different from the way hubby do. Which you gotta look at though. He's a city boy, I'm a country girl. So it's so I have to show you even the way he lined his pole is completely different from the way I do. So that'll be a fun video to do. I'm allergic to fish, but I know how to fish and feed the kids. I know that's right, Lavender for Luck. At home with Cherie, thanks. Knows my kids and husband used to catch and release when they live in Texas, but we all need to learn as we have a lot of lakes here. Yes. Yeah. That's very beneficial. To start my worm farm after casting expensive. Yeah, save your jugs and fill up with water. Wait a minute. I saw them up there. They wasn't on. Hold up, because it's open. Somebody done took them some. So here, jugs. Yes. What is this? Renata Clark. And that's another thing. Let me tell y'all too. So this was in a time where we was having some hard time, okay? And this was after my husband got out the military and we went through the transitioning stage. And I already told y'all about that, so I'm going to tell you. One thing, if it's legal in your area, okay? If it's legal in your area, I would say do it. I'm not going to tell you to do nothing that's illegal. If it's not legal in your area, don't do it. But here we have the city parks, okay, where you can go and barbecue and stuff like that. They have the little grills and stuff in the parks. There is water fountains, not water fountains that you drink out of. There's the hydrant, the water hydrant. I ain't telling nobody to go do this. But if it's free, because a lot of people that do van life and stuff like that, they fill up they water tanks and empty their gray water, and then fill up they fresh water and stuff like that, they tanks. Look into that. You got some empty containers and you won't get in trouble for it in your area, go fill that up. Go fill it up from the park. Gots to be resourceful, okay? Gots to be resourceful. Let's see. Barbara Cooper. My parents as well started me at the age of 5 in the kitchen, and they stocked up on fruit, beef, pork, you name it, in jars. There you go. There you go. At home with Sharia. Okay. Yes, honey. Yes. we end up going fishing. I'll do a video. I can't tell you when, okay? Because even going out there on the pier, people ain't putting their masks on, and I don't want to be beside them. You know, especially with the piers and being out as close as I am to the water. When you go to those piers that's right there, the wind is blowing, and I feel like anybody do a sneeze or a cough, I can't say it's gonna fly off in the ocean. It may just come, phew, and I ain't finna take that risk, you know. So that's why I ain't been out there. But if I'm able to do it, I will eventually do a hole where I clean the fish, I gut the fish, everything on camera. Let's see. Renata, in your fabric softener jugs, detergent jugs, and oh yes, lavender for luck. Get it, love notes. Taniqua 1. I didn't see you come in. That's a lot of people that's probably in there I didn't see, so I'm so sorry. But I see somebody speaking to you. Hey, honey. Oh, I see you now. And for said, oh yes, MGL, that's free water. Just turn the valve slowly on at the fire hydrant. Oh, honey, I ain't going to the fire hydrant now. Lord, laughing for luck. I ain't going to the fire hydrant. Not the actual fire where it has the thing. I'm talking about the ones that's over there, like by where the tables be at. Like we have them where they by the table and where the little grills that they have set up throughout the park. They have just a little hydrant, not the one with the little fire thing. I ain't doing that now. I ain't doing that, but I get you, honey. I get you. We did that. That was survival. Hippie Chick 514. Raising worm difficult. I'm interested in doing so. I live in the woods. I can't mess with the hydrants here. Cooking and vibing with tea. I have rain catchers and will soon be building a larger catch system. How it rains in Florida. Got you cooking and vibing with tea. Lavender for like y'all did the fire hydrant. I just got off work, got some decent deals recently on meats at a local butcher. That's what's up. Taniqua 1. I hope I'm saying your name right. I have rain catchers and buckets and garbage cans collecting water. I can email you the location later on. It's local. So you in my area, Taniqua? I didn't know that. Yes, please. Please do that. Because I know it was a butcher we used to go. No, it wasn't a butcher. Was it? It was the store. It was like maybe about 2 hours away. It was a small town we used to go to, and they used to like slaughter. But I thought it was gonna be similar to the one back home, but it wasn't. But it would do. So I'm send me that, please. Send me that, and I'm gonna see if that's gonna be the same one. I appreciate you, honey. Thank you so much. Yes, ma'am, you are. Okay. Got you, Taniqua. I didn't know that. Love no says it's not legal here. All right, y'all. So, like I say, I'm not gonna be on here too much longer. What we at 49 minutes. But you're welcome. They have fresh and local chickens. Oh wow. Okay. All right. I'm gonna have to check that out. Renee Taylor say while it is illegal to catch rainwater in some states. Oh, I don't know about rainwater. I think they was talking about like if you go to the park, not the fire hydrants now, not the fire hydrant, but like the hydrants. I was talking about the hydrants in the park. I think they may be talking about the mess with fire hydrants. I wouldn't mess with the fire hydrants. But the rainwater, I don't think that's illegal. Some states have been fault and the people on. Oh, okay. I am on offer up in Facebook seeking 55-gallon water drums. Purchased 2 so far for $10 each. Catching rainwater now. That is a good deal, Lavender for Luck. That's good. Cause the 55 drum that I was looking at last year was like $80. One was at Sam Club and then one was at Walmart, but I didn't get it because by the time I got there, they were sold out. So you got them for $10 each. That's good. Yeah, that's real cheap. That's really cheap. Yeah, y'all. So, like I say, stock your house as much as possible. Whichever way you do it, okay? Whichever way, it have to be beneficial and easy for you to do it. Don't make it stressful. I cannot stress that enough. Do not put stress on yourself to do it. Just know it's a lifestyle change and you got to start from somewhere. That's the most important thing. Don't worry about if it ain't the size as the next person, long as it's something, and have it in different ways. Like I do outdoor garden, indoor garden, can stuff, dehydrate stuff. And then you know what? Y'all don't see me do a lot of dehydrating and stuff on camera. I have the means to do it because I have dehydrators. So just say if something happens and I'm really bringing in mass product from that garden, but I may not have no power or maybe limited power, I can plug that dehydrator up to my generator. Note, I didn't say to the refrigerator. I can plug it to the generator. And I can run that. It's going to take way less power than they'll allow me to plug more stuff up to my generator than having that refrigerator on there. So just because I have it, don't mean I need to use it. I have to use it every day. It's the fact that I got it. I know how to use it. I know which way I will use it. In the event there's no power, eventually stuff in the refrigerator, you lose it. I may want to save my gas from the plug up and use my generator for more stuff. If I got a refrigerator on it, that's high power. If I got a deep freezer on it, that's high power. When I can add more stuff to it by just plugging up the dehydrator and dehydrating what I may pull out of there, and I'm preserving it that way. It don't even have to go in the refrigerator. So there's things. Just because I have, like I bought all my hydroponic stuff. I'm learning from Led about hydroponics now. That is one thing I had did a couple years ago, but I stopped. I didn't learn it. I don't know too much about that. Now gardening, that's childhood stuff. I garden my way. Hydroponics, I want to do the cracky method, and that's similar to what he's doing. Or maybe the same thing. It's pretty much the same thing. I have all my neti pots. Oh yeah, and somebody asked me, where did I get my hydroponic stuff? I was not able to respond to you. I cannot remember what I was doing. But on my Amazon, not the wish list, it's the Amazon affiliate link that's in the description box. I have loaded the items that I got from Amazon for hydroponics. It is in that link that say Amazon affiliate. You go there. I have stuff sectioned off for you. I have indoor garden items, your general garden items. Somebody asked me about the containers I keep my seeds in. Now I bought mine from Michael's, but Amazon got the same containers. I put them on there. So if you go to that link, you will see the stuff that I can say, hey, it's good from Amazon that I use. It's in that link, okay? So yeah, I almost forgot because somebody wanted to know that. before it's the hydroponic stuff, I that's why I told y'all months ago when I bought it and we did the video. I even put some stuff in mason jars, and y'all saw people were saying, oh, if you let the light in of the mason jar, you're going to have algae all in the jar. Y'all already know how I do over here. I want to prove you wrong. I want to see for myself. I don't want you to tell me. I want to see for myself. Y'all saw what happened. I left it in there way over a week. Didn't cover that mason jar at all. Then no algae get in there. The thing start flowering. Okay? It start flowering. So when no algae in it. So that's why I say try things at home. Follow the rules when it's very, if you canning and stuff, follow those rules. Okay, don't play with that. Don't play with botulism and all them that stuff. Don't play with that. But when it comes to gardening, try stuff. You may be surprised how it come out. And it may come out a whole lot different from what Google say and everybody else say. So I told y'all I wanted to do hydroponics. I tried it years ago, but like with all the moving we was doing, wasn't worth it. So I learned the basics, but not to the extent that I want to do it in there. But you can do hydroponics in a mason jar. Yeah, you can. You can. Yep, you sure can. I have all my stuff. I wanted to get it a couple months ago because I told y'all it may come to the point where things are scarce. Do not by no means buy stuff just because you see me get it. That's why I tell y'all when I do the grow lights, I tell you, these are collaboration. I'm not buying all of these grow lights. I get to keep the grow lights. But if it's a grow light that you see, that you like, I'm going to tell you, yeah, this is a good one. Just because I have all the grow lights, that's why I make sure y'all know these are I call them sponsor videos, but I was told that these are called collaboration videos because I'm not getting paid for it. I just keep the product. So yes, I'm getting nice grow lights out of it for free, but that don't mean you need all those grow lights. That depends on how much stuff you're growing. I have all those grow lights because they come with me revering them, So you have to do what best for you. Wormnut said botulism will take you out. Yes, it will. That's why I look. And a lot of people got it. When I say I used to can years ago, I did water bath canning because somebody was like, oh, you don't need all that when you canning. What are you talking about? The things that you put to preserve food when you're doing water bath canning, a lot of those items is needed to preserve food. There's a difference between pressure canning and water bath canning, okay? And so I didn't say what type of canning, so that was my fault because people was like, oh, you don't need that. Yes, you do. If you're doing water bath canning, that you need your brine and stuff just right to properly preserve that stuff. If you're doing pressure canning, that's a whole different ball game. I don't deal with pressure canning because I'm OCD. I don't trust myself. Listen to me carefully. I don't trust myself when it comes to doing meats and stuff. So I stay away from that. I don't get out of my lane on that. Okay. Now, yes, I can learn it. I can try it. This is not to tell nobody not to do it. It's just me, myself. I don't trust canning meats and stuff myself. I don't even dehydrate meat. Okay. That's why it's better for me to have my stuff in cans in water, and need to stock up on it while the getting is good. While I know, yeah. Because I'm going to tell you, things get to it. I don't mind being a vegan. Things get to it and I run out of meat. I don't mind being a vegan. Okay. Because I can get a lot of protein from beans. Beans is high in protein and I can't have pinto beans and stuff like that. But I can eat green beans. They are still good in protein. Spinach is good. It's still a good source of protein. Let me tell y'all something. We ain't animals. We human beings. Okay. I get that. But there's still a connection. It's like, I guess mammals or something with Well, y'all get what I'm saying. Have y'all paid attention to a deer body? All right. Have you paid attention to a cow body? All right. Please tell me, what do they eat? What do you see deer that's muscled out, strong as I don't know what? What is he eating? 9 times out of 10, you see the deer is eating grass. Okay? They ain't walking around here eating all this pork and beef to get their bodies the way. You really don't need all the meat if it comes down to it. You don't. We want it because I'm a meat eater, okay? I like meat. But at the same time, I have had to scale down on meat for the past 9 years, okay? So I'm already limited to chicken, seafood, and turkey. I really don't. If it got to the point where I don't need the meat, because I know what foods to feed my family that's going to give us that protein and stuff that we need. That's very easy to grow, you know? So you got to look at all that. You don't need meat. It's because you want it. And sometimes our mind can want things that's really not good for it. Our mind can be our worst enemy. Our mind tell us, oh, I know my mind. I'm gonna speak about my mind. My mind tell me, oh, that cheesecake, that red velvet cake looks so good. Now I know if I lap my mouth on it, put it in the bread basket, I'm gonna be sick in 20 minutes. But then my mind say, oh, you only live once. Go ahead and have it. You don't eat nothing. You can't eat a lot of stuff. Just go ahead and have that slice of red velvet. Now I'm gonna tell you how the mind gets me after. I eat it. I feel weird. I feel off. And then my mind say, why did you do that to yourself? You the one told me to go eat it. So sometimes, if my life was red velvet, I'd be so skinny. Oh, sometimes we won't. Our mind tell us to go do things that's not good for us. Sometimes, you know. Sometimes our mind can be our worst enemy. You gotta look at that when you're looking at food and stuff. I had to do it. I had to do it. As much look, y'all, I'm being honest and real. As much as I love, what's his name? Luke Cole. That's got a cold beer calling my name. If anybody in here listen to country music, you know what song I'm talking about. And I heard that song and I want me a cold Corona. And I'm just like, okay, you drink it, you know what's gonna happen to you. All right. So I just sit there and just sing the cold beer calling my name. Just so I don't mess with it, you know. Recently I have ate some things I shouldn't have ate. And my mind told me to go do it, that it'll be fine, you know. And then after I eat it and feel weird, it tells me, you know, you shouldn't have had it. So, hey, it is what it is. So, you know, I say all that. Let me see. Somebody said, I know MMA fighters who are vegan. Yes, Maria Jackson, yes. So it's not a need, it's a want. Okay? Trust me, we talking about somebody that used to eat pots of ham hocks and pig feet a day. Me. Thought I could never give it up. Oh, I had to. Because my body was not. I had to. So think about that. Think about what's best for you, you know? And your stomach get hungry, your stomach start licking your back. You're going to eat whatever it is if you could get you some grass or something. If you ain't got no meat and your stomach is licking your back, you're going to eat carrots and peas and probably going to eat them raw. Probably ain't even going to cook them. Probably you getting this just fine, but you probably going to eat it. You get hungry enough, everything tastes good, okay? So, you know, you got to, it's no reason not to be somewhere prepared. Okay, no reason at all. Let's see. Dr. Tara said one of my favorite cakes. Cascade said, "Oh, Maria, oxtails are through the roof." Yes, they are. I didn't know nothing about oxtails until I got up here. Hubby introduced me to oxtails. They're so good, but y'all, my problem is I can't do meat that's fatty. Okay, it messes with my GERD. That's why I had to leave the pork and stuff alone. Anything that's fatty, and I have to look at this. I count this as a blessing that I can't eat, because GERD is a common issue. It's a common disease. It affects so many people. One thing that GERD does is it makes you eat healthy if you don't want to be sick. And we're not talking about a sickness. Yeah, it may send you to the hospital, but you'll be released if it's just GERD. We're talking about it's very uncomfortable. It does things to your body that, it's a lot. And if you don't want that to happen, you're going to eat healthy. Okay? In return, eating healthy, overall health, it helps your overall health. So I feel like I have to eat healthy, but I'm getting a lot of benefits out of it. I tell myself it's a lot of things I be wanting. I'm like, it's not worth my anxiety through the roof. It's not worth my adrenaline going crazy. It's not worth every time I stand up, I feel like I'm rushing. It's not worth putting it in my mouth, chewing it up and swallowing it just to feel bad for the rest of the day. When I can easily go over there and get an avocado, sprinkle just a little salt on it, mash it up, put it on a piece of toast, and eat that and be content and feel good. So that's another thing about how the mind works. Juanita Gates, hey honey. I sell oxtail, rice, and peas. At least I used to. I had to stop. Prices would be through the roof. Yeah, it is expensive. I love avocados. My boys brag me about eating them. Yes, they're good. If these prices on meat keep going up, I guess it's going to be eating seafood. And it's even better if you can go catch it yourself. So ordering beets and avocados online. Wow, love notes. Yeah, so keep that in mind, y'all. There are so many different options. We just got to do them, okay? We got to figure out what works best for us. All right. So with that being said, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and get off in here. I don't want to take up too much of y'all time. It's 3:07 here, but that's what I wanted to talk to y'all about. Just make sure. Thank you, love notes. Just make sure y'all do what y'all can. For stocking up your house, especially if you got babies, if you got kids, if you got elderly. Think about them. Because one thing you don't want, especially your kids, you don't want them to be, looking at you and this is, I get emotional every time I think about it. For your kids to be hungry or needing medication or something, and there is something you can do about it, and you didn't do it. And now you're looking at them and they hungry. And they looking at you because they not really understanding fully why you didn't or why this is happening. You got to look at that. For those of you that's got kids, those of you that may take care of your elderly loved ones, or our loved ones that's sick or something like that, you have to look at all those things. And it's a lot of stress off in you if you prepare now, if you're able to. It's a lot of stress. That's why the short that I did earlier today, that was the way I was feeling. I know I'm preparing for my household in different ways. That's stress off of me. I can walk around and play with a flower because I know it's food growing here, it's food growing in here, it's food in there on the shelf. I know I could put food in a backpack or something. I know I could grab a backpack and have the essentials and we go. You'll never be prepared for everything to come, especially with these days and how we living in the last days and stuff. You don't know what's going to come. But the things that you know could come and happen, it's not hard to prepare. It really is. It's really, really, really not hard to prepare. Okay, y'all. So with that being said, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. I hope y'all have a good day. A safe day. Please be safe. And I'll see y'all in the next one, y'all. Till next time, happy gardening, happy prepping. Bye.